Hello, children of the internet, it is I, Foggy Senor, and welcome once again to Let's Play Deus Ex. In the first episode, we infiltrated the terrorist operations on Liberty Island. They had taken over the Statue of Liberty and kidnapped one of our fellow agents. And, I don't know, they did all kinds of terrorist-y stuff. And they've stolen a shipment of plague vaccine, ambrosia, and sent it on speedboats back toward mainland New York City. Mainland. Isn't New York City a bunch of islands? Anyway, we came in stealthily and we didn't kill anybody, but UNATCO decided to send operatives in right after us, I guess, and killed everyone anyway. So, I'm not sure why they couldn't just do that to begin with. They did mention something about thinking that, or Paul, our brother, mentioned something about thinking that somebody high up wanted to see how we performed in the field.
They sent us in to pick up the pieces. We've already searched the bodies and delivered the enemy munitions to the quartermaster.
Oh, good. Well, I won't bother looking at the bodies then. I'll just smash some crates, as is my wont. There's a few of them containing medical kits that we'll be able to employ later. We did get shot in the leg. That was basically my only mistake. Not counting all the stuff, the stuff that I quick loaded around, but we don't try not to bring that up. Anyway, we've got a public banking terminal, and we did pick up the codes for it. And if you're typing in these codes and trying to record your gameplay, just remember that if your hotkey is one of these numbers over here, then you should be careful about which buttons you're pressing, because you might accidentally stop your fucking recording. Yes? So we'll type it in with these instead, and the recording will continue unabated, and we'll also steal somebody's money. Like an asshole. Give me your 200 credits. They belong to me now. I started with 500. Now I'm rich. That's how that works.
Don't worry about the bodies. We'll handle the cleanup.
Okay, friend. So I'm not sure how this works. There's a window there. And I feel like it's there such that you might be able to break into the statue that way. But how do you... There aren't enough crates in the world to stack your way up there. Who knows how that works? I should look that up. But we're headed toward the west side of the island after we have a quick look around. There's a box here. I could use 4 picks to get into it, but I don't got enough. And I ain't wasting explosives on it, because you can do that. You can just blow stuff up if you can't open it. Which I appreciate, really.
Someone should have put a slug in the commander's head.
God damn. Everybody in UNATCO is like bloodthirsty, man. They want everybody who isn't UNATCO to fucking die.
I guess you were just following orders up there.
See, they talk about that like what I did, like you didn't immediately pop him in the fucking head? What's wrong with you?
We got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know UNATCO handled the ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. UNATCO makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Just keep a level head. You're doing well so far. Now get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office, level 2.
Q. Paul says let's go to Talk to Manderley. Report to Manderley's office on level 2.
Get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office.
Okay, we're just gonna hang out here. We could walk down there together.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
Private Lloyd, the receptionist.
It's my first day, too. I'm pretty excited.
He's not even the receptionist. He's just a guy sitting at a computer. It's my first day. Shannon, ammunition is disappearing again.
I was in your class at the academy. You probably don't remember.
No, I don't. So we're changing the door code for the comm van near the helipad. New code.
Manderley's office is on level 2. He's expecting you.
0451. Alex. Would that be Alex Jacobson, perchance? It would, I think. We don't want to ruin the grass here. Let's try and stay on the path.
Way to go, sir.
Thanks. Got ourselves a multi-tool. Another lockpick. I have 4 now. I could go back and open that box, but I feel like it'd be a waste. What did we just pick up? Keys. UNATCO compound hatch. Yes. Yes. That is the key for this hatch. It's locked, it says, but if we pull out our key ring and boop-de-doo on it, it unlocks. We can have a look at what's down here. And get a few skill points for our trouble. And an electromagnetic pulse grenade. These are quite useful against robots, which we will be coming up against, and since we've trained up in demolitions and might be training up more in it, we'll definitely be using those. So we said 0451. Good. Trank darts. I'll pick them up even though we'll never use them. Damn it. Damn it. Attention, night shift. Van camera system login. Same as old login. Satcom. New password. UNATCO 001. Underscore 001. P.S. We will beat you at darts on Saturday, suckers. Wow. I guess that's what the darts were for. Satcom UNATCO underscore 001. Awesome. We can see everything that's going on in all the places that we've already been. Not super useful, but pretty cool, I guess. Alright.
Gunther should have followed orders.
Yeah, he should have, if I run into him and I have a conversation about that. He needs to be more professional and less German. Not that Germans aren't professional, but, you know, Gunther sucks. Let's have a read of this newspaper, shall we? If you saw the last episode, you know how I feel about this. Meade bucks Congress. APR, Washington, D.C. Defying Congress for the 3rd time this year, President Meade unilaterally paid the United States late dues to the United Nations. Like good tenants, we must pay our rent on time, he told reporters. Leaders of both parties criticized the move. Where does he get the cash? Asked Senator Ryden, Democrat of Illinois. Clearly, from some budget item yet to be approved by this Congress. The Republicans were no kinder. This council member has been betrayed, and so has America, said Senator Osno Liverpool, Republican of California. The Congress came together to approve a UNATCO presence on U.S. soil, but we did not write a blank check. No, sir. A superpower does not pay rent. Well, in 2052, I guess. These days it didn't seem that weird. Actually, I don't know. Do we pay money to the UN? Pretty sure we don't. That seems odd, actually.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
I love how Jacobson's job is just to tell you what other people have already told you. Could you be more useless, Jacobson? Alright, here we are. UNATCO HQ, the United Nations Anti-Terrorist Coalition.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
Fucking sick, man. Did I turn the music off or something? Where's the music at?
I spill my drink.
Oh, it's on. I just turned it down a bit.
I heard there was
have
a lot
my
of fighting
headphones down.
topside.
So, I can't quite hear it.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
Excellent. We are on level 1.
Hell of a first day.
And it works in reverse. You go down to find level 2. That's weird. Alright, here's Manderley's office. Hello, Janice.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
That is a fucking cool password. We'll just steal this key off her desk. Shouldn't be a problem.
What's the idea, JC?
The idea is information. I'm a spy, ho. Sorry. I'm a spy, Janice. Mr. Manderley, just FYI, your new password is Knight_Killer. I know you led that mission in Paris against the old terrorist organization or whatever it was. Your login is still J. Manderley. Janice. Aw, she gave him a little winky emoji. That's cute. We are at the UNATCO Head of Operations offices.
Reporting for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do accept my apologies about the situation topside.
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Ana Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical checkup and received your equipment from Sam Carter? You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. We now have goals to accomplish before Manderley will brief us on our next mission. We need to see Sam Carter for our equipment and Jaime Reyes for a medical
The Med
exam.
Center and Armory are on level 3.
Thanks, dude. I'll go down there when I'm ready. I want to have and I want to steal your candy bar. And use
I've
your,
got work
use
to
your
do.
pisser. Well, fucking work then. I'm not bothering you. I'm just standing. Alright, let's have a read of some of these books.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
Dude. Shut up. UNATCO Handbook. UNATCO and the Future. As science
I've got work to do.
progresses at an ever-increasing rate, more and more advanced technology is finding its way into the hands of the common criminal, resulting in a deadly threat to life
I've got work to do.
and property throughout the world. While it is impractical to restrict the free flow of information already present in the public sector, UNATCO is
The
committed
Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
to ensuring that this threat does not go unaddressed. Even now, UNATCO Research and Development employs some of the most talented scientific minds in the world to develop
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
Oh my god, I'm going to be here all day. Proprietary technologies and absolute security for field use by our agents, including such innovations as the blank, blank, and
The
blank,
Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
or the life-saving blank. Under no circumstances should agents discuss any piece of equipment or technique currently employed by UNATCO.
I've got work to do.
Agents operating contrary to this directive will face immediate disciplinary action. Go ahead and say your thing, Manderley.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
Thank you. Within our laboratories lies not just the future of law enforcement, but a safe, secure future for all mankind. Document filtered per UNATCO Terror Monitoring Act 9/1905, Section 4. God damn it, I want to kill Manderley now. You just get it out of the way. Okay, what else?
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
I will. Boot Camp for Betty, APR, Portland. This is a newspaper, by the way. Madison High School junior Betty Souza will spend the semester...
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
At the Canyon City Boot Camp, say school officials. The crime? We have verified that she told another student that she knows how to make a bomb, said Principal Martin Gordley.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
What makes this case notable is that the parents have filed a lawsuit against the school district. Our daughter wears black, said Father Brandon Souza in a prepared statement.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
See, I knew it. She has an occipital jacket, and we let her use it to play games. We allowed her to get a tattoo when she turned 16, but none of this makes her a criminal.
I've got work to do.
The parents claim that Betty was discussing a novel by Tom Robbins taught at Madison High School when the mention of explosives occurred.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
Betty Souza will not be alone in Canyon City. Last year, 15,234 young people served sentences in the state's FBI-run Good Behavior Camps, a legacy of the Northwest War. Good Behavior Camps. I'm going to take your soda since you won't shut up.
Armory are on level 3.
You could have just drank your soda and been quiet, but you decided to shut...
like a professional.
Oh my god.
That's an order.
I'm behaving like a professional. Would you shut the fuck up? Project Dubuk.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
Overview. Domination 5F clearance only. The noted failure of previous attempts to create a low-profile rotary aircraft involved in the acquisition
Come back
and...
when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
Retrofitting of available military hardware that had neither the range ceiling nor electromagnetic transparency to avoid numerous eyewitness accounts or unauthorized military interactions.
Carter and Reyes.
In addition to exacerbating public misconceptions about governmental operations, such encounters also jeopardized several key missions.
I've got work to do.
Project Dubuk was, I don't know how you say that, was initiated to address this issue through the creation of a stealth aircraft that could be used as a platform for a number of mission objectives.
Come back when you've seen Carter and Reyes.
I think I've got used to the timing of his inane fucking comments. Will he say them from over there, or am I safe now? I think I'm safe. UNATCO Handbook. UNATCO and the police. In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often work with other law enforcement agencies. We remain a small, elite organization. Until our ranks expand, we must rely on the cooperation of local police, governments, intelligence agencies, and corporate security divisions. Always be courteous when requesting information or filing an extradition request. As our jurisdiction widens, we will inevitably experience conflicts with some local officials. Do not resort to unnecessary intimidation in these situations and report any problems to the appropriate UNATCO liaison. Above all, an international law enforcement body requires the respect and support of all participating nations. I feel like I read so much better when I'm not being interrupted by a jackass! Anyway. I'm heading out, Janice. I'll be back in a minute. You just continue sitting in that exact same position. I do believe these are the closets that we picked up the key for off of her desk. And we might as well check them out and steal whatever's inside of them. I just picked up pepper carts. Or a pepper cartridge. But I realized I don't have a pepper gun. And I usually do by this point. Where did I not go to pick it up? It's out on some crates, I think. Just around the statue somewhere. Oh well. There's other opportunities to pick those up. What in the heck is this? What's the point of this nonsense? Whatever. I don't care. What's in here? Oof. Oofda. We got cameras. We got guys.
JC. Mind if I call you JC?
Everyone else does. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard me burp just now, but if you did, I didn't. Oh, here we go. One of the best all-time great conversations of the game.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
Well, I feel like we've had one conversation with Gunther, but we learned so much about him.
My new partner, JC Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not Paul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Could you tell me how to find Jaime's office?
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
Yeah, so I think Gunther's behavior towards us, or like the kind of things he says, how he feels about you, is pretty much determined by what you do in that first mission. And we rescued him and gave him a gun, so he loves us.
Forget how Agent Navarra is not friendly. She has every life to give for her partner.
Thanks, you bug-eyed freak.
You should get moving.
Anyway, we didn't pick up any account numbers or anything for this area, but we can just hack. Gunther's not gonna tell on us. $150. Give me that shit. Oh, we've got a computer terminal here. Oh, and tons of stuff to read. Buckle up, guy. We're gonna find out all kinds of stuff. Terrorism! Crime or conscience? The question must be asked, is the global rise of terrorism a haphazard response to a decimated economy, or is there a pattern? Does UNATCO face coordinated ideological opposition? Some groups, Silhouette in France for instance, have declared a meme war, or a war of meanings in their terminology. Do they, what social media do they use for that? They spread email and pamphlets that lampoon the UN's proposal for a one-world democracy. A tedious exercise in rudimentary propaganda. I'd have to agree, in 2052. With sophistries and doublespeak, they portray freedom as obedience, democracy as tyranny, and UNATCO as the perpetrator of terrorism, an idea as shocking as it is reprehensible. Other organizations, such as the self-proclaimed Revolutionary National Secessionist Forces, or the NSF, in the U.S., claim allegiance to the meme war, but are in fact no better than common criminals. They desire territory and wealth at the expense of society at large. Their civil war is merely a smokescreen for criminal activity. Any population can be quickly turned against such revolutionaries simply by educating them about the UN's policies and goals. Joseph Manderley, Director, UNATCO. Threat profiling, terrorism, symbolic attacks, the Statue of Liberty bombing, the desecration of the Soviet War Memorial in Berlin, the department store shooting sprees on Orchard Road in Singapore are the recourse of the weak. They serve only to call attention to a group or cause that is of no more than marginal interest to the public. But what distinguishes true terrorist activity is its gradual escalation towards genuine acts of war. Fringe groups now have access to technology that allows direct assaults on governments, including the classic trio of nuclear, biological, or chemical weaponry. But aside from direct assaults on a nation and its people, indirect attacks can cause considerable collateral damage. Rogue software can disrupt financial markets, communications, and military operations, while encryption programs allow terrorists to coordinate smuggling operations in secret right over the net. Drugs, guns, illegal immigrants, and even heavy equipment such as armored vehicles and cruise missiles are routinely traded across borders, aided and abetted by such software. UNATCO, the first organization with the technology, manpower, and authority to cope with such threats, is an idea that is long overdue. Joseph Manderley, Director, UNATCO. Alright, now we're in the Know Your Enemy series. Know Your Enemy, NSF. That's who we were fighting in the previous first mission. So, let's learn about them now that we've dealt with them. That seems backwards, right? The National Secessionist Forces, or NSF, remain a very real and increasingly widespread terrorist threat. 10 years ago, in response to the Sporting Weapons Act of 2042, splinter groups from nearly every state militia refused to surrender their rifles, grenades, landmines, and other collectibles prohibited by the act. Unified under the charismatic leadership of Leon Woods, these isolated fanatics eventually formed the NSF, with Woods assuming the rank of general. Their intended goal, the liberation of Washington, Montana, Oregon, and Northern California. While Woods died during his infamous last stand in 2045, his war machine continues what can only be termed an occupation of the United States, aided by an encrypted network designed by dissident computer scientists from San Francisco and Seattle. Currently, the UNATCO Cryptography Division has had minimal success in cracking their communications, requiring more direct intelligence gathering techniques to be utilized. The UN has declared war on the NSF. Wow, they're at war with the fucking UN. That's crazy. Alright, let's learn about Silhouette. Famous for inserting 20th century style commercials into the net broadcast of the World Cup in 2050, Silhouette favors feats of spectacle over violence. Printed circuits, part of this nutritious breakfast, the announcer told children in one of the World Cup commercials. You ain't mech till you eat mech. A mech boy chews a memory chip. Boys who eat organics get stomped by their post-human classmates. Mech boys in UNATCO helmets and metal boots take turns kicking another boy. Despite their numerous pranks, these intellectuals, artists, and labor organizers pose a serious threat. They are well armed and have been linked to the murders of numerous European politicians and journalists. They will not hesitate to use lethal force. Okay, they sound intimidating. Let's learn about the triads. UNATCO surveillance of Hong Kong is currently a high priority given the renewed threat of Chinese organized crime in the form of the triads. Despite being a model of prosperity and technological leadership for decades, Hong Kong persists as a haven for organized crime. The triads, namely the Luminous Path and Red Arrow, vie for control of the 10 trillion credit shipping business, much of which supplies Greater Asia with pirated technology, illegal drugs, and weapons. Most disturbing of all, the triads preach an ethic of techno-piracy that has found enthusiastic support among small shopkeepers and businessmen, who often aid the gangsters and buy their bootlegged software. Gullible and greedy, this army of middlemen remain insensitive to how their violations of intellectual property and copyright laws damage the global information economy. Okay. If I was living in this world, I would definitely, I don't know what that means, but that's what I'd be doing, hanging out with the triads, most definitely. Other threats. UNATCO operatives have identified over 1,250 terrorist organizations active in the world today. Some too small to currently present a serious threat, but all eager to see one or more governments topple. Groups such as the Templars in Europe and X-51 in the western U.S. will be dealt with in subsequent volumes of Know Your Enemy. Good. I'm looking forward to that. It's a nice series.
I will not forget a favor. Always have trust for me.
Okay. I'll try to remember that, Gunther. Alright, here we go. Midnight Sun newspaper. Mead from Mars. Cape Canaveral. NASA scientists confirmed that the eroded remains of the Alba Patera crater on Mars precisely match the face of President Meade. "It's him!" declared senior planetary specialist Kevlar Umla. "There's his nose, that ridge, see? See the crater rim marking his hairline? The way he combs his hair appearing in this region of parallel valleys?" The White House had no comment. However, Martin Wisdom, president of EA, Enemies of Aliens, told Midnight Sun, "This is the evidence we have been looking for, a warning that Mr. Meade is not human. He is probably a Martian general, a war hero come here to conquer the Earth with the assistance of the United Nations." Ryan Allen, staff writer. Okay, well, the president is an alien, and it's been confirmed by the very reputable Midnight Sun. So, if we meet him, I'm gonna kill him immediately. Here he is. Let's get a good look at his face so we know when the time comes. We'll be ready. Shit, there's more books to read. God damn this office. I hate my mouse. Stay. I've taken my hand off of the mouse. If it moves, there are ghosts. I got a Ouija board the other day, so if I see it move, I'm gonna break that out and confirm once and for all who the fuck is living here. That's not me. UNATCO handbook, UNATCO and the world. For far too long, terrorists have exploited international tensions and regional legislative variations to elude authorities. A significant step was made towards eliminating these legal loopholes when U.S. President Philip Riley Meade lobbied the Congress to make the U.S. a UNATCO member nation. "Enough is enough," he declared in his landmark State of the Union address. And the citizens of the United States responded with enthusiastic endorsement of his position. Not only did the United States become a charter member of UNATCO, but UNATCO headquarters are now located on Liberty Island in the shadow of that shattered monument to freedom. UNATCO deals not only with terrorist threats, but also any transgressions of the international legal code, including drug trafficking, software piracy, and money laundering. With the full support of the United States, UNATCO was for the first time able to truly declare itself the world's policeman. Team America? Is that what we're dealing with here? Pretty fucking...
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? Yes, I see here that she did.
Oh. Jacobson elected not to give me the information that was already given to me. He actually checked this time. He's getting better at his job. By the end of the game, he might actually be useful. God fucking damn it! Okay, we're turning down the damn mouse sensitivity here. Jesus. UNATCO handbook. UNATCO and the public. In carrying out their duties, UNATCO agents often come in contact with the public. You are a peacekeeper, and your first objective is to safeguard human life. Though terrorists may see an advantage in harming civilians, UNATCO agents do not. Issue a warning before firing at a suspect and always instruct bystanders to get down on the ground. Refrain from firing into large crowds. Every civilian hurt is collateral damage. However, keep in mind that no civilian with a clearance below Angel or 0A should be trusted and may be a potential spy. Anyone can be a spy, and secrecy is our ally. Remember, we're all in this together. Yes, loose lips, sink ships. I can't speak today. Also, this book needs to not be in my office, because clearly I'm the only one who's read it. Everybody else is like ready to kill everybody. Civilians, terrorists, they don't give a fuck. They just want blood. It's a little disturbing. UNATCO handbook. Welcome to UNATCO. Classification. The UN has 9 levels of security above top secret. This manual and all material that is not otherwise marked as classified This manual and all material that is not otherwise marked is classified as Angel 0A. If you are not Angel 0A or above, report immediately to your supervisor or face disciplinary action. How would they ever know? You could just not tell anyone and then, I don't know, fuck this shit. Other classifications will be explained upon reaching higher clearance. I like how I don't know what my clearance is. In its efforts to combat terrorism, the UN has created UNATCO for the swift deployment of a coordinated force to counteract any insurgent operations. You are justifiably proud to be part of this organization. Don't tell me how I feel. Your physical capabilities place you within the upper 1% of national ground combat units, while your mental capabilities have been honed to sharpness by the UNATCO Academy. But as part of a larger organization, you also understand the necessity to heed orders from your superiors without hesitation. Your superiors are typically briefed on matters for which you may not be cleared, and hesitation on the part of an agent can result in the serious impairment of mission objectives and attendant casualties. UNATCO has faith in you, and this faith will be rewarded in due time as your operational capacities are increased. Brave the darkness, for you carry the torch of freedom. That's lame. That's really lame. Oh, I did say that we were going to drop my tranq gun in here, too. Just leave this in the office. We're not going to be using it. What should I put up there instead? Put these lambs. And then we can move that up there. Alright, let's have a look at our computer. Let's log in. What did they say? JCD, password, Bionic Man. Alright, we've got a few emails to read. Good God, this episode's going to be all reading. Have fun watching it, nerd. From J. Reyes to me, greetings and nanotech briefings. Hey, Deezy. Guess I'll have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure where they came up with that, but at least they gave you the same last code name as your brother. Seriously, you don't know where they came up with that? You've never read the Bible? Anyways, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar name on the roster. My first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. For example, the voice in your head. From an operator, someone here at HQ able to handle the scanning equipment in your skull and broadcast advice over your info link, leaps fully formed right into your temporal lobe, bypassing the eardrum and its sensory neurons. And it's perfectly inaudible to everyone around you, of course. Not to mention that the nanites clinging to your axons can both receive and transmit symbolic information, so if you ever need help, don't sweat it. Someone at HQ probably already knows. Come by if you want to hear more. This is great stuff. Jaime. Cool. Alright, he's got another email. I was asked by the regional medical coordinator to forward this information to all of you. I do so without further comment. Dr. Reyes. Ahem. By now you've heard about the upcoming transition to nano-augmentation. It's coming, but not as soon as you think. UNATCO has only one nano-augmented agent, with a second just now graduating from the academy. It will be years before the program leaves the laboratory. Your mechanical augmentations are not obsolete. Some agents express concern that they will be walking junk in 10 years. One agent expressed their fears in an anonymous email saying, "Will be sold at flea markets, old gray golems for scaring the children. So what about my legs? What about my life?" I wonder who wrote that. Keep some perspective. Prosthetics remain the only proven technology for enhancing human abilities. Those who make the sacrifice are appreciated, commended, and saluted as heroes. So, that's how the difference between nano and mech augs works. There's a bit of a rift there. Alright, this is from the Med Directorate. Nano-augmented agents will often encounter stress created by resentment among fellow agents, particularly those who have been mechanically augmented. In an effort to secure freedom and liberty for those under their protection, many UNATCO agents have chosen to sacrifice social acceptance for mission performance by surgically replacing limbs and organs with mechanically or electronically enhanced equivalents. But your nano-augmentations point the way to the future. Thousands of microscopic living organic machines that exist in symbiosis with your body. Because such augmentations create only minimal disfigurement, they are likely to be a source of friction between you and other mechanically augmented agents. But it is important to understand that UNATCO is an organization where individuals must act in concert. Each is important to the whole, and mutual understanding is essential to teams comprised of diverse human and augmented agents. Well, in an ideal world, that's how it would work, but we don't live in an ideal world, and we never will. What? Why? I just got the notification for skill points for going into my office. How bizarre.
We finally got to cap some real. The NSF had so many people in New York.
Do you guys have something to say every time you just see a person? Do you ever just walk by and, like, smile and wave? Fucking nerds. Let's have a look in the bathroom. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, I said, by the way, I probably should mention this. If you watched the preamble and character creation, and then watched the first episode, you might have noticed that my appearance does not match what I chose in character creation, and it's because I had to record that first episode so many damn times that by the last recording, I was just kind of skipping through the character creation, and forgot to change the appearance. And it's not super important, but I did go with a different appearance than the default one because I wanted to show off that it also changes the appearance of your brother Paul based on what you pick. So I thought that was pretty cool. Only 2 throwing knives. Damn. I believe it's somewhere between 2 and 4 that you can pick off of him. It's random, and we got the worst one. UNATCO handbook dedication. Nihil alid skit necessitas quam vincere. I don't know what that means. I looked it up one time, and I think it's loosely translates to the ends justify the means, something like that. Anyway, who the hell knows what that's about? I'll just steal this key since I've seen it, and this soda since no one else is drinking
JC.
it. You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC, about your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
I think I picked one of those up at the top of the statue.
Maybe you did. My order from VersaLife was on the ship the NSF captured. You'll need to take it to one of the medbots for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Q. We have made contact with Dr. Reyes.
One more thing before I go, since you've been briefed on my augmentations. What can you tell me about the infolink?
Let's see. Micro-receiver exostructure in the sulci, mechanocarbon threads on the axons. For queuing, you know, packet routing. Anything particularly interest you?
Is there a way to turn it off?
The infolink?
Yeah, or is someone at UNATCO tuned in 24 hours?
These might sound a little funny, JC, but I'm not permitted to answer that question.
Your clearance is higher than mine?
Regarding your systems, I am your physician.
No big deal. I was just curious.
Interesting. The plot thickens. Let's have a read.
Years of
Let's go
training
ahead
and you're
do it.
still all thumbs.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a fucky comment to make. UNATCO Handbook Appendix A. Origins of UNATCO. In recent years, the swelling tide of international terrorism, coupled with enmity between states, wildly varying laws, and an anachronistic devotion to arbitrary borders, has resulted in the decreasing effectiveness of local law enforcement. To resolve the problem, a neutral agency was required to enforce international law in an impartial manner around the world. UNATCO was formed with just such a mission in mind, an organization that could transcend national boundaries and provide security for all nations that subscribe to its charter. Founded with the principles of the United Nations as its cornerstone, UNATCO is fair, just, and protects the individual liberties of all the citizens of the world. The criminal thrives on anonymity. Why can't I read words today? Anonymity. But soon there will be no place for them to hide. Victory over terrorism is the price for our vigilance! Stay vigilant. If you're falling asleep, all this reading, wake up, guy. So we stole the key for this closet. We'll go ahead and take all their med kits. They're not gonna need them. They've got, what do they got? One dead guy. He'll be okay, I think. So here's the med bot that Jaime mentioned. We can go ahead and, first of all, get patched up. We got shot in the leg on the last mission. So we'll just heal that. Back to maximum health. Pick up this soda. Read about the bot. Let's read about the bot. Janine's bots. Specs and overview. Matsu Gravas GV4 Nightingale Medical Bot is the newest addition to the MG line. Their first foray into the medical bot category, largely monopolized by Page Industries and Chiang subsidiary Heeltech. Unlike the competing Page or Heeltech units, the MG GV4 benefits from a completely proprietary operating system developed at MG's research campus in Prague that promises to revolutionize automated healing by combining a comprehensive medical and pharmaceutical database with MG's already proven autonomous heuristic routines. While actual field data is sketchy at this point in time, anecdotal evidence suggests that the GV4 can heal wounds far beyond the capabilities of any other competing model, though it does require a substantial recharging period. Substantial? I think it takes a minute. It's like 60 seconds or something. Anyway, we're going to interact with the medbot again, and like Jaime Reyes there mentioned, we are able to augment ourselves, but we have to pick between... When we pick up one of these canisters, we got to pick between the two augmentations that it provides. So, we have, what is this? Microfibril muscle for the arm slot, and we only get one of these, so we need to make a good decision here. Muscle strength is amplified with ionic polymeric gel myofibrils that allow the agent to push and lift extraordinarily heavy objects. Okay. So we've got that, and combat strength, which says sorting rotors accelerate calcium ion concentration in the sarcoplasmic reticulum, increasing an agent's muscle speed severalfold and multiplying the damage they inflict in melee combat. I do perform melee combat. I think, like I said, low-tech weaponry is our specialty, and that's all melee stuff. But we don't really do combat, necessarily. We're more of a sneaky and thinky type of guy. So I'm gonna go with the microfibril muscle to allow pushing and lifting of heavy objects. I think that'll give us more options for getting around stuff and exploring, I guess. So we're going to install this microfibril muscle. There it is. We'll use F6 to activate it when we need it. And what did it say? Might as well talk about this. These are the bioelectric cells that we've picked up a few of, and we use those to recharge our bioelectric energy, which is what we use for our augmentations. This one, for instance, consumes 20 units of energy per minute. Whoa. So what is that? 3 per second? No, that can't be right. Whatever. I don't want to do math right now. I'm stupid. What's back here? Ooh, level 4. I was not told about level 4. It's a restricted area. What could let me scan? Secure. I must not have clearance. And they won't let me see what's in there. I just have to look at my dumb face. Not too thrilled. Not too thrilled. Alright, we've got one other goal. We need to see Sam Carter for our equipment, but I think we might as well just look around. What the hell? I could have sworn it said I picked up 2. Did it not? This says I have 1. What the hell's going on here? What gives? I don't care. We've got another book to read. UNATCO Med Directorate. Nano-augmentation guidelines. Nano-augmentations, once installed, irrevocably alter the physiological system they affect, and in many cases cause all subsequent augmentations to be rejected. However, the exact number of augmentations each system can support varies. The various interdependencies between these systems can be seen in the following table, the details possible nano-augmentation combinations. Arms, combat strength or microfibril muscle. Legs, speed enhancement or run silent. Subdermal 1, EMP shield or ballistic protection. Subdermal 2, cloak or radar transparency. Torso 1, aqualung or environmental resistance. Torso 2, regeneration or energy resistance. Torso 3, synthetic heart or power recirculator. Cranium, aggressive defense system or spy drone. Optics, targeting or vision enhancement. Specific nano-augmentation should be selected based on the mission profile of the particular agent. Okay, I think we did good. That's basically just telling you what you can get, even though we can't get it yet. What is the point? It'll tell me when I pick one up. God. Guys, wasting all of my time.
You're getting warm.
Your name's on the wall, guy. Don't be so coy.
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Got a lot of soda up in here, nerd.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Q.
It'll be interesting to see how the transmission sounds in Manhattan.
That's what you're excited about?
I bet I could jack you into an online jukebox. We'll have to try that.
It's called Pandora.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
Also, it doesn't really exist anymore. Or if it does, I don't know anyone that uses it.
You're breaking my concentration.
Shut the hell up. How? How am I breaking your whatever, shut up. This is the same note we've already read anyway. Who needs ya, Jacobson? You're a nerd. A big dumb nerd. Office full of video games and Mountain Dew. Alright. Oh, and tabloids. Midnight sun, gray death, look to the sky. New York. No student of recent history can fail to miss the irony that the greatest enemy mankind has faced in the 21st century was not any despot or dictator, but the lowly microbe. Millions upon millions have been killed by the pandemics of AIDS, resistant tuberculosis, and the century flu. It's called COVID. And now we face our greatest threat yet, the Gray Death. A plague of devastating efficiency that has surfaced in the last year. But was this plague an accident of nature or a design of science? Dr. Kenji Ishii of the New York World Biomedical Health Center in New York thinks not. My analysis of this plague indicates that it is decidedly unnatural in origin and in point of fact may be extraterrestrial. He went on to speculate about those afflicted. Obviously, a disproportionate number of the indigent seem to be infected, a situation that makes perfect sense if you consider it a prelude to an invasion. No more effective way to disrupt the social, political, and military fabric of Earth has yet been devised. If this is so, then what are our leaders not telling us? And how can we be prepared? Only they know the answers. Joe Green, senior staff writer. I think they're on to something, these guys at Midnight Sun. We should, find out more. We've got a cube here. Change G. Herman password to Zeitgeist. Next week, I guess it'll be Schadenfreude. Strange guy. Well, let's use the opportunity right now to type that in. G. Herman Zeitgeist. Alright, he's got two of the same well, no. This is a different one. He's got one of the same emails that we do. Let's go. Let's see what he's got in a reply on an email he sent about a skull gun. From Manderley. I have personally forwarded your request to appropriations. Upgrading our combat readiness is an ongoing priority. Speaking of which, you certainly made the best of a difficult situation yesterday. We applaud your courage. Thank you for living to work another day, Gunther. We need more agents like you. JM. And the original email says, Might I suggest again a skull gun for my head? Yesterday in Battery Park, some scum we all know pushes smack for NSF, gets jumpy and draws. I take 222's iron flesh, iron augs before I can get out that damn assault gun. If I could kill just by thought, it would be better. Is it my job to be a human target practice backstop? Gunther Hermann. I love him. He's probably the best character in this game. Alright, and he also got a email from Manderley. Subject, our new recruit. Deezy Bondwick will be joining us today after his stint at the academy, and I'm assigning the both of you the task of keeping a watchful eye on him while monitoring his progress. His assigned cover name for the duration of his service will be J.C. Denton. We thought it would be best to keep the cover names within the family since Paul has already received the Denton codename. I have great faith in you both, and trust you will do your utmost to ensure that he becomes a successful and productive member of this organization. Until further notice, I'd like to receive weekly reports with your observations. And nobody told me about that shit. Alright, now we've got a book. Oh, good. It's the one we've already read. Thank God. Getting about tired of reading today. I'm sure you're getting about tired of listening, or you just skipped through it all. In which case, good on you. You're smarter than I am. Nothing else good on this shelf.
I have
What's
to
up?
prepare for the mission.
What is up? I don't need cigarettes, but a bioelectric cell would be nice. Some soda as well. Just gonna take that.
I have to prepare for the mission.
Me too. I'm doing so as we speak. I'm getting brushed up on my history here. And my, I don't know, UNATCO protocol. Alright, this is, the APR newspaper. Mass grave in Brooklyn. Responding to an outbreak of grade death that quickly overwhelmed all city services, National Guard forces were placed under the command of local law enforcement today and mobilized to help with disposal of the recently deceased in Brooklyn. However, the National Guard soon proved inadequate in containing the chaos, and in many cases the dead were simply left lying in streets while the dying, mostly homeless, wandered the city until collapsing. Traffic jams and looting remain widespread, and as fear of the disease continues to escalate, frequent riots have made any attempt at an organized cleanup impossible. With the threat of secondary diseases looming, city officials have consulted with the CDC in Atlanta and ordered a mass grave to be dug in Gateway National Park. That sucks. About all I can say about that. Oh, I'm full up on soda already. Where is it? 10. We can carry 10 at a time. And it won't let you make multiple stacks. Goofiness. Goofiness, I say. What is going on back here? What's
Way to
this
go,
area?
sir.
Thanks. You're cool too.
Gunther should have followed orders.
Oh, that's what the guy upstairs said. They sounded a lot like you too. Oh. Terrorist holding cells. Okay.
I can't wait to get to New York and finish the job.
Me neither, guy. We've been here way too long. I'm gonna throw down a quick save right quick.
See Manderley on level 2 and let's move out.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to see if
A little
I
more
can...
decorum, please.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hack your computer. How's that for decorum? Anna? I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to read all this shit. Good God. Yeah,
See
we don't have
Manderley on
time.
level 2 and let's move out.
My hackometer is moving too quickly.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine. Thank you, sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
Can you spare a nanotech tech tool?
A man who uses his head. I like that. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Will do. Will do. We've got a lot of skill points. I want to have a look at that. I haven't really looked at that. Whoa! 2540. We could probably train up something, but what? That's the question. Maybe we'll just hold on to those until I know what I want to use them on. We'll just hoard them. Alright. Well, we've made contact with everybody that we needed to. Looks like we've explored basically everywhere in UNATCO headquarters. So, I think what I will do is cut the episode here, and in the next episode we will revisit Manderley's office and get briefed up on our next mission that we will head out and accompany Anna Navarra on whatever mission Manderley has for us. So, until next time, I've been Foggy Senor. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao now.